Howdy, folks. Good morning to all. I'm Black Dragon, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Um, this is one of my. This is not such a big news day, particularly. So I wanted to talk to you guys about a subject that has kind of come up. I've been watching. I watch a lot of biker news. A lot of biker news I see I don't report. It's just um, it's just like uh, it's making clubs look bad again. It's some of this stuff. It just gets ridiculous. And I've been seeing a whole lot of guys and stuff in court and stuff turning on the club. And I wanted to I wanted to talk to clubs about something that I think is kind of near and dear to my heart. And I want to I want to discuss a few things. Maybe it's three, maybe it's four. It's a few things, and then I'll get out of your hair. It won't take long today. Biker Club cartoon characters, hardcover comic books. You know, there used to be a saying that my grandmother used to say. Probably many of your grandmothers used to say it. You can't judge a book by its cover. Uh, you could be Britannica 3 uh, on the outside and a comic book on the inside. And no one knows that until they read the pages. So we used to say this about girls when I was in the Navy. She's a hardcover comic book, Britannica Encyclopedia 3 on the outside and Bugs Bunny on the inside. And this happens a lot in motorcycle clubs. You walk into the phone booth and you don your cut. You walk into the phone booth, mild mannered Clark Kent. You step out of the phone booth, the baddest mofo anybody ever saw. You're the baddest person your wife ever saw. You're the baddest person your boss ever saw. You're the baddest person your coworkers ever saw. And you're the baddest person the motorcycle club has ever seen. Encyclopedia Britannica 3 on the outside, but you ain't nothing but Bugs Bunny on the inside. And we see you. We see you destroy your relationships with your club brothers. Can't get along with nobody. You're not club material. You're not brother material. Trying to screw your club brother's woman, stealing from the club, creating cliques in the club, creating havoc everywhere you go. You were never worth a shit. Forgive my curse. All you were, all you are, is a hardcover comic book. Encyclopedia Britannica 3 on the outside, Bugs Bunny on the inside. You're the guy who lies on the club, tells your wife you're out with the club brothers, and really you're cavorting with the whores. There's nothing wrong with cavorting with whores if that's what you do, but you put it on us. So when you get caught, we catch the brunt. The wife doesn't want to hang out with the motorcycle club. We're somehow associated to your jackbooted ass. This is kind of how that goes. We see you when you were never worth a darn. Uh, uh, you were never worth a darn, but all of a sudden you um, look up and here you are stealing from the club, stealing club money. Wow, man. Uh, Holy moly. We trusted you, but you weren't worthy of our trust. I like it when those guys, mild mannered family man, uh, and now they're in an outlaw club or they've put a diamond on. And here they are creating all this hell and discontent in your clubhouse. You weren't particularly bad. It's the folks around you that were tough. The first time something goes down, ain't nobody gonna be able to count on you. And we get it in the 99% of clubs too. All these guys that come in and they're so I wouldn't take that. No one would talk to me like that. They wouldn't take my colors. You think you got somebody on your side. The first time them diamonds come around, you see them bones just a chattering. Hardcover comic books, Encyclopedia Britannica 3 on the outside, Bugs Bunny on the inside. And you see the guy in the club that's hell on all the prospects. But deep investigation into that guy, we found out that he never prospected at all. Some kind of way he got out of the whole procedure. It happens. People slip through the cracks. Bugs Bunny on the inside, a hardcover comic book. And how do these people get and let me not fail to remind you of this guy, the guy that wants to take all the risks, the guy that's pushing for all the shit. I try not to cuss too much. The guy about the shits, as they say. Now you're down at the police station, and that guy's singing do re mi fa sol la ti do. Just a singing, just a singing. Hardcover comic book, Encyclopedia Britannica 3 on the outside, or maybe Britannica 7. What Britannica are they up to now? And are they even in business? Like, do people even read encyclopedias anymore? Like the second you print an encyclopedia, like the second you hit print, it's now out of date. But back in my day, that used to be that's where you got your information. You went to the encyclopedia. Britannica 3 on the outside, Bugs Bunny on the inside. So, Grace Lee said it. Hello, Grace Lee. Is this your first time on the show? I've never seen you before. Grace Lee said people not prospecting has been a reason for issues in the clubs. The person who doesn't is seen as better than or the trophy person by others. Oh my goodness. Well, welcome to the show, man. Uh, Uh, who is this, Mike? Who is this, Mike? Are you talking about me? You guys can hear me, right? Um, Welcome to the show, Grace Lee. So anyway, the 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 thing is that these guys come from the club. These guys uh, are the club's business. Are you guys not hearing me? You're not hearing me, Mike? Uh, Everything looks connected to me. Um, Does everybody hear me? You're coming. You are coming through your webcam audio. Oh shit! Really? I'll try to fix that. I'll try to work on that as I'm talking. I don't feel. It doesn't say I'm coming through my webcam audio to me. Uh, wow, that sucks because I was having a good show until then. Um, so anyway, these guys come to the club. They come to the club because the clubs are not doing what they should be doing. we and then we're the great believers of people. We're the great believers of BS. We can tell this by how we all believe our politicians, no matter what they say. Like we believe them every word they say. We are the great believers in this country. We love to believe in everything and everybody. We don't scrutinize. We don't scrutinize, and we allow our own rules to be watered down. A lot of us, so-called alpha men, you sit in those meetings afraid to talk. What the hell is wrong with you? You sit in church, this comic book character, this tough guy, this alpha male, you sit in church and you allow. I don't I don't want to I don't want to be the one that everybody is mad at. I don't want to cause trouble. I don't want to create a wave. Are you serious? Big bad dude allows BS to go down in the church meeting because you don't want to cause a commotion. Hardcover comic book, man. Got a capital S on your chest and an S in your spine. Yeah, don't don't stand up for nothing. Same kind of guy that watches BS go down. We used, there was this guy when I was in the Navy. Unfortunately, these guys all um, uh, had this girl in a room, and some bad things happened. And those guys were now getting ready to go to jail. But there was one guy who didn't do anything, didn't participate. Well, he wound up going to jail too because he didn't do the crime, but he didn't stop the crime. He didn't even call the police. Nobody even wanted him to step in and and stop it. They would have just been happy if he'd called Shore Patrol or something. The military has different kind of rules. They have a rule. They have different kind of laws. Uniform Code of Military Justice. Whereas that might not have been a crime in the outside world. Like you might not have had a duty to protect that girl in the outside world, but in the Navy, there's conduct unbecoming a member of the uniform. There's a charge called conduct unbecoming. You didn't necessarily do that thing, but you didn't your conduct was not what we expect. So we'll get you for that. They also had one called I think it was 135, which is we just make this one up because we don't have one for that. The thing is, he had no. Well, what do you do? Well, I just no guts, no guts. Hardcover comic book, running around in the military uniform, blah blah. But when it came down time to do something, he couldn't do what was right. Tell you guys something. You got to watch these Clark Kents, man. They're always down to start some trouble, but they're never down for the finish line. They're always down for the BS, but they're never down for the MC. They're only down for themselves. And prospecting alone is not going to find these people out. It's not going to weed these people out. Prospecting alone, you you these people, you elect these people to office, yet you see them do things unbecoming, yet you elect them to office. You see a guy beat his wife, and then 3 years later you elect him to president. Like you didn't know that the guy was not proper uh, stock. He didn't have the stock. You know this guy is a dope. So many of you guys have called me. My president's a dope addict. He's strung out. I don't know what to do. And how did he get to be president? You guys knew he was strung out before you voted for him. Yeah, but he was a good guy. Okay, so there's a thing called weights and standards and measurements in everything. Like even people who buy drugs, illicit drugs, there's standards and measurements. Some of these guys never graduate high school. They can, like, I was never good with fractions. These people are like fraction heads. Yeah, that's an eight. That's a they know it. Like their math is crazy. Like, dude, you could have been a mathematician. You know these fractions like this. And if the the standards and measurements are to keep us all right. So if I'm paying $10, I'm supposed to get this amount. These are standards and measurements. Standards and measurements keep everybody on the right same playing field. So when you see a guy in your MC not measuring up to the standards of measurement, why do you guys promote those folks? What's up with y'all? It's your own faults. You guys hold the key to the comic book, hardcore comic book folks, the hardcover comic book folks. You guys hold the key. You got to stop voting for people by popularity. Would you vote a guy you hated as president of your motors? Would you vote a guy that you absolutely hated, couldn't stand as national president? No, I don't like that guy. Like, want, feel, I think, I like, I want, I feel. We vote on what we think, we vote on what we like, we vote on what we want, we vote on what we feel. Very seldom do we vote on what we research. Can you really have a vote for a president of a motorcycle club and that guy hasn't stood before the club to explain what his 1 year plan for the club is? If that guy has not stood in front of the club and given his 1 year plan, that guy hasn't had to campaign. He hasn't had to articulate what are you voting for? You don't know jack about what he plans to do. You're just voting for the guy you like. Most want to talk over the press, play games, skimp out on things like paying dues. I take no prisoners, and my patch taking knife is strong. Ah ha ha! We still have somebody with a patch taking knife. I remember the days when we had a road captain who would actually put his knife through your front tire if you were riding around on onion skins. I had a member told me, "You touch my bike and I'll whoa, 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 bro. You don't understand. It's not about you. It's about the safety of the pack, and you're riding on shitty tires. You're gonna kill us all, but you want to fight so hard about your bike, bro. That's our bike, because it's in our pack. And if our bike ain't right, you ain't riding our bike and our pack." Hardcover comic book, hardcover comic books. Trevor Drake said, "I would absolutely vote for someone that I don't personally like because it's not about me, it's about we." Somebody gets it. Somebody gets it. So, thought I would leave you guys with that this morning in my soliloquy. That these comic book characters you guys let in your club are not real. They are not real. They seem real. They seem like they could. Well, there's the black dragon with the S on his chest. He's real, yeah. But the rest of them are not real. They seem like they can leap a building in a single bound. They talk the leap a building in a single bound talk. They even seem to walk the leap of building in a single bound leap. They seem to. But if you watch them for a long enough time, it's what we used to call in the Navy sustained superior performance. In the Navy, we used to say you're only as good as your last aw shit. We look for sustained superior performance. And bottom line, in order to have sustained superior performance, a person has to be around for a while. That's why I laugh at these 6 month presidents. You want to come into the club for 4 or 5 months and be voted in as president? Nobody know who you are, bro. Real Talk Black Dragon, everybody has something to say, something to complain about until club church. Then it's crickets. I've been guilty of that, and I know others have too. Oh, yeah. But we tear those phone lines up, bro. This is not church. I just wanted to say, this is not church. All right? I know this is the answer to everything. Some of us have two or three of them, right? There's more power in this thing than the lunar lander had going to Mars. It's got a motion picture maker. It's got, uh, you know what? Mine, you can touch it right here, and it tells you your heart rate. These are bad mofos. They're absolutely hardcore, these things. But they ain't church. Boy, but we sure have church on them, don't we? Only thing is, the things we talk about on here never seems to make it to church. Hardcover comic books. Mike Ball says it. One our shit can wipe away 1,000 attaboys. That is absolutely a Navy term. It might be another term, but we absolutely used to use that in the Navy. Frost says we don't believe in remote voting or speech. That's got to be in person. Well, you're one of the few clubs still doing it right, man. C. Ruger says, I once had a friend that would become president. Now he is not a friend anymore. His choice. He just wanted that patch. Oh, my goodness. My club brother says, as chapter president, it's my job to do the will of the body. Absolutely. And it's your job to never be a hardcover comic book. You're a comic book man when you are a hypocrite. You're a comic book when you think you're better than the club. You're a comic book when you think that your SHIT doesn't stink. You're a comic book when you have no morals and no scruples. You're a comic book when you're a coward, yet you're running around acting like you're tough. Like we had a situation one time, and we had a club brother who said, guys, I'm really not about that life. The sergeant at arms said, go home. No love lost. Go home. We got this. You go home. Man, I respected that man. Because he didn't have us comic booked. We we think that the guy holding up our back was going to be there when he knew he didn't have the capability of doing so. He didn't comic book us. We loved him because he was able to tell us who exactly he was and what exactly he would and would not do. I work in surgery, and I can tell you, I would rather have a surgeon who is an asshole but is great at what he does rather than have a nice guy who does mediocre work with poor results. And addressing prospecting time, it can't be long enough. Oh, and then it goes on. Damn, it goes on. Does it? Do we not get to see it? Oh, it can't be long enough. It only takes one drop of poison to make the whole club sick. Absolutely. It only finishes over here where I can read it, not where, unfortunately. We as a club are one. I don't play when it comes to this thing that's going on. So I just wanted to tell you guys that I've been talking for 30 minutes, so no need to talk this to death. Miss Ain't Shit. Is there somebody really named Miss Ain't Shit? That's probably because people tell you ain't shit, and I'll be that. Is that so many are too scared to be honest with their club that they create the comic book character? Miss Ain't Shit. They are afraid not just of the club. They're afraid of themselves. There's so many people that that don these colors and become different people. The motorcycle club allows you to do that. The biker set, you get to create a name. It's a comic book name, Black Dragon. You get to throw a patch on your chest, president. Well, you're not president of one of these buildings back here. You're not president of the Equitable. You, you're not the governor of the Golden Dome. You're not the governor of the state. You're not president of one of them big old buildings back there. But you are president of your club, your chapter, whatever. So you get to have a name that ain't you. Typically, in the old school, when the club gave you a name, that was pretty much who you were. But today, people give themselves their own name. Yeah. So you can be who you want. And then especially if you're in a bad club, a badass club, or a big club, or an old club, or a club with a big reputation, well, you get to walk in on a whole bunch of people's reputations. You ain't done jack. But a whole bunch of other people down the road have done a lot. So you come stepping in on their reputation. Hardcover comic book. First time some stuff goes down, you be off in the squad room just a singing. Oh, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. Yeah. So, yeah, Miss Ain't Shit. But that's one hell of a club name. I gotta cracks me up. I love you. Thank you for showing up. Is this the first time you're on the show? I haven't seen you before either. It's good to have you. Thank you for coming. So anyway, yeah, it's because a lot of folks are not who they seem to be. And a motorcycle club can be like the internet. You don't have to come with your real credentials. Hey, unless you're just in an extremely hard, cold-blooded club, you ain't even getting a background check coming in some of these clubs. We don't know if we're bringing in cops or pedophiles into some of these clubs. Ain't no background check. It's not like you're presenting your curriculum vitae or your resume. You just come in. It's a gateway for folks to come in. We don't know nothing about you, man. And we don't follow our own rules strong enough, or we don't take enough time to watch your sustained superior performance. So you come in this sucker like a hardcover comic book. Step into that phone booth, don your cut, and we loose you onto the MC. Hey, you guys, I appreciate you tuning in today. I'm Black Dragon. I'd just like to tell you that if you are a cigar smoking person, go to my club brother's website, travelingbroscigars.com, and type in Black Dragon TV, all one word. That's my discount code, travelingbroscigars.com, and enjoy a discounted smoke on your boy Black Dragon. Yeah. Call attorney Matthew Nolan at 612-644-3837, 612-644-3837, or mnolan at troutlaw.com to get yourself your 501c3 or C7 or trademark paperwork in order for your motorcycle club. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Black Dragon Biker TV can be found on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn if you're checking. You can get my books, Sergeant at Arms Bible, Prospects Bible, President's Bible, Public Relations Officer's Bible, and Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs, all on Amazon, Kindle, Prospects Bible on Audible, or you can order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos is our podcast. We'd love to have you join us daily over there or join us on the Discord link. The Discord link is in the description box below. Our Discord server is fun, a great place to come hang out, ask questions, have access to me, and just hang out with us for a while. Black Dragon at Black Sabbath MC, Black Dragon at BlackSabbathMC.com is my email address. Black Dragon at BlackSabbathMC.com. Listen, y'all, I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny!